Hello, my name is Sue and I'm a yoga teacher, and today I'm going to be taking you through a flow that I actually taught to an in-person class in my local community. So let's get started. We'll start with our hands on our legs, on our thighs. You can either have them palms up or you can have them palms down. So we'll start just by closing our eyes and becoming aware of our breathing and where there's any kind of feeling of tension anywhere in the body. So take a breath in, hold for 3, and relax. Exhale. Let's try that again. This time we'll slowly inhale for a count of 4, hold for 3, and try and exhale for a count of 5 or 6. So let's start. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's try that again. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Excellent. Okay, now slowly open your eyes and just be aware of both of your feet sitting flat on the floor. If you don't have your feet flat on the floor, you can use a yoga block like this, or you can use a yoga block like this, or you can use some books if that's what you happen to have handy. So for example, I just so happen to have a couple of books here on my table. So I will put them on the floor and show you what I mean. So see, it doesn't need to be anything fancy. You can just use some books if you have them to hand. You might want to pause the video and go grab something if you need that on under your feet. Okay, so we'll start by sitting a little bit forward. Now, if that's not comfortable for you, I recommend taking a cushion and putting it behind your back so that you are supported. Or if that doesn't work for you, you can sit with your back against the chair, but make sure that your hips are over let me try that again, that your shoulders are over your hips and that you're sitting on your sits bones, the bones in your bum, for lack of a better term. And so what we're going to do is we're going to turn our head to the left, look over the left shoulder, but not behind the left shoulder, like somebody's standing beside you and you're looking at them to make eye contact with them. So we're going to inhale and look to the left. And we will exhale and look to the center. Inhale and look to the right. And exhale and look to center. And we'll do that 3 more times. Inhale, looking to the left. Exhale, look to center. Inhale, look to the right. Exhale, look to center. Inhale, look to the right, left. And exhale, look to center. Inhale, look to the right. And exhale, look to center. And one last time. Inhale, look to the left. Exhale, look to center. Inhale, look to the right. And exhale, look to center. Okay, wonderful. Now we'll start by we'll start rubbing our hands, okay? So like you're washing them vigorously, rubbing the soap vigorously, okay? Like you're giving them a good wash, and that will help to warm them up, okay? So rub your fingers, rub your hands together. I always have cold hands, so this is something that I like to do to warm them up. And then we'll just take our hands and place them on our face, just to see how that feels. And then maybe just do a little bit of tapping around your face. Tap on your forehead, tap down around your eyes, your eyebrow area. Gently tap your nose, tap your cheeks, tap your chin and jaw. Okay, and then slowly bring your hands down to your lap. Now let us move on to warming up our shoulders. So we're going to shrug our shoulders up to our ears. So slowly lift on the inhale and exhale, release. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. And one final time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Now we're going to take that a little step farther, and we're going to we'll inhale, we'll lift the shoulders up, back, down, forward, up, back, down, forward, up, back, down, forward, up, back, down, forward. Now let's do that the other way around. So we'll go down, forward, up, back, down, forward, up, back, down, forward, up, back, down, forward, up, and back. Right, and you might want to give yourself a little bit of a shake. Okay, sometimes you carry a little bit of a tension when you're doing that, so it's good to shake it out. And then we will think about how we're feeling in our body. Is there anywhere that feels tense? Is there anywhere that feels a bit looser now that you've done a bit of moving? And we're going to move on to stretching out the neck now. So we did some shoulder rolls, we did some neck head turns, but now we're going to take our left ear and try to get it as close to the left shoulder as possible. But keep your eye gaze looking up, because you don't want to look down. You want to be looking not up, straight up, but I mean your gaze is looking up towards kind of like the corner of the room. And you should feel a nice stretch in here on the right side of your neck. Okay, and then we'll lift carefully up, and we'll do the same thing, tilting our head, our right ear to the right shoulder. Okay, and we'll hold this here for a moment. And again, with the gaze looking up as if you're looking to the corner of the room. Okay, and then we'll bring our neck, head back up again. And we'll do it 2 more times each side. Inhale up and exhale over. And one last time each side, over to the left and over to the right. And now we'll do tucking our chin into our chest. Move over to the left and bring your chin back down to your chest, and bring your right ear to your right shoulder, and chin to chest. Bring your left ear to your left shoulder, and chin to chest. And there's Maya. Oh, doing upward facing cat. Ow! Thank you. Okay. All right. And we'll do a little bit of a shaking of the shoulders, and maybe shake a no and then a yes slowly. You don't want to do it too quickly and get a bit dizzy. Okay, so now I am referring to notes today, so I will apologize if that doesn't look the best. So now we are going to start doing what I call layering. So we're going to start with our hands on our chest, on our thighs, I mean. Hands on the thighs, and we are going to inhale and bring them up to heart center. And then we will exhale and bring them down to the legs again. Inhale up to heart center, and exhale down to the legs. Inhale up to heart center, and exhale down to the legs. Okay, and then we are going to add on to this now. So the next thing we will do is inhale up to heart center, exhale to cactus arms or goalpost arms, and exhale back through heart center and down to the legs. Inhale up to heart center, exhale to goalpost arms or cactus arms, exhale to heart center and down to the legs. Inhale up, hold for an exhale, inhale out, and exhale back to heart center, and exhale again down to the legs. And we'll see if we can do that in one breath cycle rather than pausing. So inhale up to heart center, exhale, inhale back, and exhale. And we'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, heart center, and goalpost arms. And exhale back to heart center, and down to the legs. And you should feel a nice stretch here. Now, if the cactus arms were too much for you, we're going to advance it farther now, but if the cactus arms were too much, you can stay with hands at heart center. And if the next part that we're going to do is too much, you can stay at cactus arms, okay? So your options for this next step part are hands here, remaining here while we do the breathing, and you do the breathing as well. Or hands go out to here, and you stay here and do the breathing while the rest of us take it up a bit farther, okay? So let's get started. So we inhale up, exhale out, and straighten the arms, and up over the head, and then down through heart center. Inhale up, exhale out, and down through heart center. Now we'll try and do that in all one motion. So we're going to inhale the arms up, and exhale down through heart center. Inhale up, exhale down through heart center. Okay, now we're going to add on, and we're going to add on what's called a swan dive. And I'll show you what that is. So the swan dive is with the arms up. You exhale down But if you have high blood pressure, keep your head over your heart. Do not drop your neck. So you would lie with a flat back on your thighs, okay? So that's, and then reverse swan dive is coming back up again and bringing the hands down through heart center. So let's start. Inhale up. I forgot to do the swan dive. Let's try that again. And hinge from the hips. Bending forward. And exhale back up. No, inhale back up. And exhale down through heart center. And we'll do that one more time. Inhale up. Exhale forward. And if going forward is too much, please stay upright. And exhale, inhale up. Exhale down. Okay, now we're going to add on, and we are going to lift our feet. But if lifting the feet is too much, we are only going to lift one foot at a time. Just lift your heel or leave your feet flat on the floor. This next part is completely optional. So we're going to inhale up, exhale forward, inhale up, lift a foot, exhale forward, and reverse swan dive. Hands down through heart center. And we'll do that one more time, but we'll get the other leg this time. And inhale the leg up. Exhale forward. And inhale up. And down through heart center. And we'll do that 2 more times, and then we're going to add on, okay? Swan dive forward, lift one leg. Swan dive forward and reverse swan dive. Last time. And lift the other leg. And I have a creaky chair. Now I'll do it once more, but I will show you the modification with just lifting the heels. Ready? Inhale up, swan dive forward, flat back, lift both heels, place both heels down, inhale up, exhale down. And that's what it would look like with both. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to add on a couple of extra moves, and then we will go through that whole flow one more time, okay? So we're going to add on cat-cow now. So seated cat-cow, so you're going to pull your shoulders back, arching your back carefully, looking with your gaze up. Don't look flat back up like I'm doing right now. You want to just have your eyes looking carefully up at the ceiling. And then you're going to round your back with your eyes looking down, but do not drop your head. Okay, keep your eyes looking down to the floor, but your head on still stacked on top. Inhale up and round. Inhale up and round. On the exhale, inhale up and round. Last cycle. Inhale up and exhale round. Okay, now you are going to inhale your arm up. You're going to carefully place it on your same leg, and the opposite arm, you're going to inhale up and make sure that you are still sitting upright and your gaze is going up to the ceiling, but do not lean back over yourself. So you're still stacking your shoulders on top of your hips. And we'll hold this for 3 breaths. That's 1. And on your next inhale, bring your arm down on the exhale. Place this arm on your same leg, and you're going to release the other arm that was on the leg, and you're going to inhale up. And same thing again. You're doing what's a side bend, and we're keeping our gaze upward and keeping our shoulders over the hips. Everything's stacked nicely on top of each other. And we'll hold this for 3 breaths. 1. 2. 3. And as you can see, it is completely normal to be more stiff on one side than the other. So on the next inhale, we'll exhale the arm down. Okay, and we will do this on the other side again. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. Now you might feel a bit more like you can get deeper into this pose this time because it's your second time on this side. I know I feel that. And bring your arm down on the exhale. And we'll do one more time on both sides, and then we'll move on. And last time on the other side. Okay, and now we're going to move on to doing the twist, and I don't mean the dance. So take your, choose a hand. I'm choosing my left, but you can choose your left or right, it doesn't matter. You're going to place it across your body on your opposite leg, or if you want a deeper stretch, you can reach for the chair. I'm going to keep mine on my leg. That's what my choice is for this particular round. And I'm going to take my other arm, so my right arm in my case, and I'm going to bring it up and back over, and I'm going to twist over my body like I'm looking over my shoulder to talk to somebody who's behind me. And we'll hold this for 3 breaths. Okay, slowly and carefully unwind your gaze, bring it back to the front, and then slowly and carefully release your arm that was behind the chair, okay? And we'll do the same thing on the other side. We're going to take our hand, our right hand or left, opposite hand on the opposite knee, and we're going to bring the arm down, bring it up a bit like a windmill, and we're going to look over our other shoulder. Oh, and this side is tighter today. And again, looking over your shoulder like you're talking to someone behind you. Sorry if you hear a siren. Make sure to keep your knees over your ankles. Now, slowly unwind your gaze, bringing your head back to the front. Carefully release your arm. And we'll do the same thing again. We'll do these twists 2 more times. It's always good to do them 3 or 4 times. Okay, so left hand on the right knee or right hand on the left knee, whichever was your opposite to the hand you just used. Take your arm that is not on a knee, windmill behind you, carefully and slowly, and look over your shoulder. Remembering to keep your legs, your knees over your heels, ankles even. I suppose they are over your heels, aren't they? Okay, and slowly unwind your gaze, bringing your head back to the front. Carefully bring your back arm forward, and we'll place that back arm on the opposite leg and windmill that arm back over. And look over the shoulder, remembering to keep your knees over your ankles. Don't let them fall out. Don't let them fall in. Slowly bring your gaze forward and bring your arm forward, your back arm forward. Again, place it on the opposite knee, and if you want to take it farther and reach for the chair, if the chair happens to be lower than your knee, then that's great, or you can leave it on the knee. The choice is yours. Okay, so I'm going to windmill the arm back, carefully look over my shoulder, keeping my knees over my ankles. And slowly unwind the gaze. And bring your arm forward carefully. Never ever pop out of a pose. That's not good for you at all. All right, the arm that was behind now comes across, goes on the opposite leg, and we will windmill our arm carefully behind us and then look over that shoulder. On your next inhale, carefully wind your gaze forward and slowly bring your back arm forward. Now you might want to do a little bit of a shake, rattle, roll. And we are now going to repeat everything from the beginning. So, hands on the knees. Inhale up. Swan dive forward. Lift your heels. And reverse swan dive. And back down. So let's try that again, but we'll add in the modifications this time. So, inhale to heart center. Exhale down. Inhale to heart center. Exhale down. Inhale to heart center and goalpost. Exhale together and down. Inhale to heart center, goalpost, and straight up. Exhale down. And we'll do that one more time. Now finally, we're going to inhale straight up and go into the swan dive. Hinging from the hips. Reverse swan dive and down through heart center. Swan dive. Come up, bringing one leg up. Inhale up, reverse swan dive. Exhale down through heart center. Swan dive. Bring your leg up. Back down. Reverse swan dive and down through heart center. And we'll do that one more time. Reverse swan dive. Inhale the right leg up. Inhale the right leg down. Inhale up the leg, up your leg up. Exhale down. Inhale, reverse swan dive. And down through heart center. Okay. And now we'll move on to our side bend. So arm on the leg. Inhale the arm up. Keep your gaze looking up at the corner. Exhale down. Inhale the other arm up. Exhale down. Inhale up.
And you can look up at your hand if you want for this last breath.
Exhale down, inhale up. Exhale down, and one last time. Okay, and now we are going to do the twist. Windmill the arm back, hold for 3 breaths. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, bring your arm forward. Windmill up. Inhale your gaze forward. Bring your arm down on the exhale. We'll do this 2 more times. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, release the arm. Bring your arm over to the opposite leg. Windmill up. Keep your knees stacked over your ankles. Inhale the gaze forward. Exhale, bring your arm forward. And one last time. And windmill the arm up. And back over. Inhale your gaze forward. Exhale to come out of the twist. Okay, now we are going to sit for our final meditation and relaxation. You can either sit with your hands at heart center, you can sit with your hands palm up, or you can sit with your hands palm down, or you can do one of the mudras. You can do this mudra, so one of your fingers touching your thumb. I'm going to choose to sit with my hands at heart center, but you can choose to sit the way that suits you the best. So close our eyes, and we're just going to do some breathing. Inhale for 4. Hold for 3. And exhale for 6. Inhale for 4. Hold for 3. Exhale for 6. Now let's slowly start to bring our breathing back to our normal breath pattern. Think about your head resting on top of your shoulders, and your shoulders and your spine resting on top of your hips. and your thighs, the back of your thighs touching the chair, and your knees being on top of your ankles. Notice where anything feels differently to when you started today. Do you feel more relaxed? Do you feel looser? Do you feel like you've done something wonderful for you? Think about being aware of your hands either touching your thighs or touching each other. Your hands do so much, and it's nice for them to have a break. It's also nice to have a break from the regular running around and rushing around that we all do. Taking this time for yourself is one of the best things that you can do for you. Slowly open your eyes, and if your hands were at heart center, maybe do some wrist circles. Do little wrist circles, and we'll do some wrist circles the other way. Okay. And then do some, there we go, and then we'll speed it up. Okay, now slow it back down again. Put your hands on your legs, and we'll just rest another minute. You might want to roll your shoulders or move around a little bit if you need to. And we're going to open our eyes again. Hands to heart center. Namaste. The divine light in me salutes the divine light in you. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm honored and blessed to have had you come along with me on my journey. And I hope that you enjoyed this flow as much as the people in my class did earlier in the week. And today is International Yoga Day. So it's obviously fitting to release a video onto YouTube for this wonderful day. Have a wonderful rest of your day and many blessings to you. Namaste.